Hi guys, welcome to Scrapbrat. I'm Cindy, and today, it's tonight for me. We are going to be making pockets out of file folders with minimal waste, and you can use any file folder. This one I did in a video yesterday, and it's actually one that had been recycled, upcycled, and it's got gussets on the side and opens up pretty big and just has a little button string closure. And this is from the same file folder. You can kind of see the writing down in there. It was a used file folder that was pretty beat up, and well, we just made it into something new. So I'm going to show you how to take any size file folder. You can use a manila envelope, manila folder. You can use the folders like this. You just need to cut this little bit off, this bit here. And I'm going to show you with this guy. And what I want to talk about first is the paper. Now I just have some generic, this is probably from either Temu or what is the other one? AliExpress, something like that. It's one of the ones, if you've been following me for a while, you know that I did a big lot off of eBay, and it was all this kind of stuff. So what you need to do is basically kind of measure. I'm not necessarily using this paper. I'm just using this as an example. You need to take and measure your paper to make sure that your big envelope, come on, good night, your big envelope is going to be the right width, I guess, for your paper. If you're interested in using a certain kind of paper, if you're not worried about the paper, then we're not worried about it. I'm not necessarily worried about the paper. I just wanted to show you an example. We are going to go more for around the 4 inches for this guy. This one's about 4 inches. And that's the one I'm more worried about. We're going to go around 4 inches. And this is just one of those envelopes with the wire bits cut off. Envelopes, folders, file folder. As I said, tonight, guys, it's late. I apologize. And we're just going to cut it down. And then we have our 2 pieces. And we're going to take this one. And we're going to fold it on our first, how we have the little lines down here. I'm just going to fold it on the first one. Get it to kind of cooperate. Make sure you get your sides lined up good. Get that good and creased. Okay. And then we're going to take the middle one and we're going to fold that one in. So we're going to push that and then we're going to push this one back. So we get that one in. And you're going to have to line these up every single time, guys. I know it seems like excessive, but you want to make sure that those stay lined up. Okay. Then we're going to take a look at how far down we want our pocket. This one has a natural already fold in it, so that's where I'm going to make my flap. I'm just going to make it there. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and use the other natural fold that's already there, and we're going to cut right there. We're going to save this because, again, we're trying to do this with minimal waste. We're going to make our gussets out of this. I know it doesn't seem like it's going to fit, but it's going to be okay. So we're going to take this guy, and he is about 2 inches. We're going to cut him down to about 1 inch. And we're going to take our scoreboard and we're going to put some scores in him. Sorry, I have stuff stacked over here. Okay, so we're going to do it 1/2 inch. We're going to do 1/4 and 3/4. We're going to do the same for this one. And do it at 1/2 inch and 1/4 and 3/4. We're just going to fold it. I want to kind of try to make sure that they're sort of lined up. I'm just going to fold it in and then out. And I'm not worried about the sides because I'm not. It's going to be all right. I'm worried about this to make sure that, oops, make sure these two kind of line up. I'm not worried about the back side so much. If you want to round corners, now would be the time. Oops. Okay, and you're going to want to make sure that your gusset on the bottom is cooperating. Everything's even. Everything's still pretty even-ish. Ish. Yeah, okay. So we're going to open it up. Don't get ahead of ourselves because if we want to do the button string closure, we're going to want to leave it open. But I'm going to go ahead and put the gussets on so they're set. Okay, and you want your little double humps pointing out towards the outside. You want your one hump and your 2 flaps pointing towards the inside. And this one is so much shorter than the actual pocket that I'm not worried about mitering it. The only thing that I'm going to be concerned about is making sure that it's above that. I'm just going to set it down and then we're just going to kind of wiggle her over until it gets right up on that edge, not going over it, just right up to it. And then we're going to do the same thing on this side. We're going to make sure our 2 humps are pointing out. Our 1 hump with our 2 flaps are pointing in. We're going to put this down. Oops, whoops, whoops, whoops. Just wouldn't be a me video if I wasn't whoopsing. Okay. So we're good. This guy is basically ready to be decorated. So we're going to put him to the side. And we're going to start on this guy. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to fold this first one down. Once you make a couple of these, you can really start to see how you can change them up. They can be all different sizes. You can make the gussets different sizes. You can do them without gussets. Oops. Okay, so now you have, I'm going to go to the middle one. And fold him in. And try and get him to line up. Behave himself. Okay, and I think we're basically going to do the exact same thing. We're going to fold this guy down. Whoops. Oops. And in case you're using a regular manila envelope, this is about 2 inches, but we're going to check it. Oh, it's exactly 2 inches. So then we're going to go ahead and we're going to cut that off. And here we have our little folder for this side. We're going to go ahead and cut this one into 1-inch strips. So we're going to do it at the half, at the quarter, and at the 3/4. And we're done with that guy. Okay, so we're just going to fold them in the middle. We're going to fold them back on himself. And quite honestly, I should have cut just a hair off of these because I basically am folding up my button closure. So learn from my mistakes, and before you score them, measure where you're going to be putting it and cut it off. I may try and save a little bit of that, so we got a little of the yellow left over. You could use decorative file folders. You could probably even use like old school folders, like the, I don't know, Mickey Mouse or something if you wanted to. You could keep your digital fuzzy cuts in here. You could keep ephemera in here. Use it for Happy Mail. Use it in place of a birthday card. All the things. I forgot to round the corners. Let's see if we can still do it. Yeah, it'll be all right. It'll be okay. We're gonna nip it off just a hair, just because mine's hanging over. So we're gonna go ahead and decorate those, and then I will show you guys in the next video. I will show you how to do another size, same thing, just different. So we're just gonna take and I think I just kind of want. I think I want it like this. Now these would be really pretty covered with music paper or some vintage wrapping paper. I think this one's a little cattywampus now. I don't think I'm going to cover that top number first, I think. Oops. I think we're going to take a little paper towel. We're going to pull him apart. Let's see. Just that little bit, I guess. That's what we're using. Just this tiny little bit, because that's all I pulled off. And I don't even think that we're actually going to use the button string. I think I'm just going to put a piece of, I think we're just going to use the Velcro dots on it. If you were to put the button string, you would do it now before you glue these down. Go ahead and do it now, and do it now, and then you're done with it. And if you wanted to, you could put something on the back and go ahead and cover the back or whatever you wanted to do. Maybe we'll show that on the next one because I want to do another size for y'all, another type of file folder. Do it just a little bit different. No, I don't like that. That's what all the kids are saying these days. Now let's tuck it up under there. Anybody who's an 80s person would actually get that, I think. Maybe. You know, it was a phone number back in the day. Let me know if you remember that song. I'm not going to get my mat out, guys. I'm just trying to wing it. Just trying to wing it. Put this one on top. Oops. Whoops. Whoops. Yeah, I think so. I'm just going to go ahead and glue them shut. And I'm not going to put any kind of closure on them because I'm going to put them under some heavy books. And hopefully they will straighten out a little bit. Possibly. And if you want to come back, whoops, for the next video, I'm going to do one just a little bit different. Like I said, I want to show a couple of different styles, I guess. Yeah, I guess it's kind of styles. It's the same thing, just different. Okay. Now I said I would measure these gussets. Now this overall measures 6 by 4. Yep, 6 by 4. And then the gusset is 4 inches. And the flap was 2, right? Oh, this one's a little like 2 and a 1/8. And this one overall is 6 high. And oops. Little over 7.5. And this was about 2. And the gussets on this one are 4 1/4. We're going to call it 4 1/4. So I'm going to put these guys under something heavy. And then I think we'll add something 3-dimensional on them once they're a little bit more flat. Because they're really kind of warped. But like I said, that kind of happens sometimes when you use a little bit too much ink on thin paper. So learn from my mistakes, guys. All right. Well, just wanted to ask you guys to please go out and do something to spread joy today. And make sure if you do, share your story below and you will be entered in this month's giveaway for hashtag spread joy. You just share your story below and you just use hashtag spread joy. You can also go over to my Facebook page, which is also linked in the description, and you can share your story there on the Scrapbrat page. So yeah, but just always make sure you tag me and use the hashtag spread joy so I can find it, and you'll be entered. And I draw 2 names every month, and I send out joy mail. So, but yeah, make sure you go out and do something to spread joy today, and be kind to one another, and love one another, and be well. And until next time, guys, much love. Thanks a lot. Bye.